My name is Hosea Sukkushe. I was born on the 5th of November 1961 in a village called Ingai in Adama State in the present Gombe local government to late Ezekiel Sukkushe and late Afia Ezekiel Sukkushe. I'm the firstborn of 10 children. One was able to. I grew up for a few years in the village, and then when I entered the primary school in 1969, I was in Numan 3 primary school. Then I was in class 6, then class 7. I did my class 7 in Numan 3, and I finished in 1976. So that was how life went through, and then from there we parted because I had to proceed to a tertiary institution, secondary school, sorry. So we parted. I went to secondary school. Started work in 1979, August 1979 with Federal Department of Forestry. Worked for 2 years. Then there was a call to join a Christian ministry, that is the Fellowship of Christian Students. Then December 1993, worked with Nigerian Israeli Foundation for Agricultural Research, which was a collaborative organization set up by Nigerian and Israeli governments. So, but it was sited in Jos. So just for that 1 year. Then from there, 1994, joined the Yakubu Gawan Center until 2001.
I have known Hosea for almost over 40 years. He worked with the FCAs in Yola, Adamawa State, then Gongola State. And due to his hard work, he was moved to Jos to work at the Secretariat of the Fellowship of Christian Students, from where he left FCAs and moved to Abuja with Yakubu Gawan Center, and then later with Human Virology, where he now retires. Hosea is quite a patient person, but very, very hardworking. If you listen to his story, it's amazing. From almost ground zero, he has grown up to where he is.
My name is Dr. Patrick Dako. I'm Chief Executive Officer, Institute of Human Virology, Nigeria. And I would say one of the individuals that Hosea Sukkushe has worked with for several years. In fact, he's worked with me for about 18 years, non-stop. And I think that's long enough for me to know who it is behind the face of Hosea Sukkushe. I think if there is a word to describe Hosea Sukkushe, I probably may be finding it difficult to get, but if I would say, quiet candor, this is a gentleman par excellence. Hosea Sukkushe is one that will come, sit quietly, listen, and then by the time he's providing the solution, you will know that he has really given deep thoughts to whatever you say. Hosea Sukkushe is one individual that sometimes, even when he's going through personal problem, he puts the interest of others way above his own problem. And he goes about it as if he has absolutely no worry in this world. Yet for those of us that are close to him, we know that sometimes he is providing support and providing help to others at the expense of his own comfort, at the expense of his own health. Hosea Sukkushe is a gentleman. But above all, I think what drives Hosea Sukkushe's passion, from my experience with him, is his love for God. He is a man of God, and he has demonstrated it in, many people eating of the fruit of the Holy Spirit that dwells in him. So love exudes from him, joy, patience, and these are all aspects of the fruit of the Holy Spirit. And when you see somebody exhibiting that in quantum that people enjoy, then you know that this individual indeed is a matured Christian. So his faith, I believe, has driven a lot of the personality that you see in him. And so you see, not only in his workplace, he's faithful in his family life, he's faithful also in his service to God in the church.
My name is Bishop Benjamin Jonathan Fuduta, the Bishop of Abuja Diocese. I have been working here since 2004. I was posted to Abuja and then was elected as Bishop. What I know about Hosea Sukkushe, number one, Hosea Sukkushe is my brother. And we knew each other before he moved to Jos, and then from Jos to Abuja, until when I moved to Abuja, where we really stayed very close, because he left from quite some time before I even moved to Jos and also Numan as well to Abuja. Hosea Sukkushe, the way I can describe him, I would say he's a true brother, a friend, and is somebody that is easygoing with anybody. He is a man that you cannot stay with him without being friends. He has the gift of relationships. He has the gift of working with people, accommodating people. And he's a man of his words. He's a man that is honest. He's a man that loves the Lord. So he is humble, and he is extremely generous. He's somebody that has a lot of compassion for people and is willing to help. And he can go out of his way, out of his box to help people. And that is, I know him typically as a brother. And he has no exemption. If he doesn't help you, actually he doesn't have it. But if he has it, no matter how little, he can do it. And he can do it even much more than you expected.
I'm Reverend Associate Professor James J. Reynolds, a lecturer at the TCNN and ordained minister with the Lutheran Church of Christ in Nigeria. I have come to know Mr. Hosea Sukkushe first at a distance through his Bible study contribution to the FCS Bible study. That's during my secondary school days. I used to see his name on the Bible studies, and then came to know him on a close level in 1994 when I was posted to Abuja Mission Field as a pastor. We worked very closely with him. He is a brother and a friend at the same time. And the relationship grew stronger when my immediate past leader, the late Bishop Amos Trebu, went to school, and I took over from him as the district pastor, and then Mr. Sukkushe was the district secretary. I remember toiling with him through the bushes around Paiko, Lelei, and other villages. We used his car. He fueled it without minding, without demanding for a refund from the church. He is someone that is so committed to the work of God, and he can spend the last money he has on him for the propagation of the gospel. One other thing is he is straightforward and forthright. He doesn't want shady deals. He wants things to be done properly, and he is a person of integrity. He is someone who delights in helping others.
I am Elder Harrison Boniface, a friend of Hosea Sukkushe for over 4 decades. We were friends when we were bachelors. You know, we would go to his house. He knows how to cook. And so we were always there with the likes of Luka Dahang and others, enjoying his beautiful soup. When I see Hosea, I see a journey of grace. Hosea has had the privilege of meeting with people who helped him in his life. And where he is today, I am not surprised, because someone who loves the Lord. Hosea Sukkushe is humility epitomized. Somebody who knows where he's coming from and is never carried away by what he has achieved in life. I see Hosea, I see him as grace, knowing where he is coming from and where he is today. It takes only the grace of God. If he had dwelt on his past as coming from nothing, Hosea wouldn't have made it.
I am Reverend Briston Elijah Bayaso, the vicar of LCC and St. Paul's Cathedral, Nyanya. Today is a very glorious day, a day that the Lord has made, that we will rejoice and be glad in it. Mr. Hosea Ezekiel Sukkushe is such a person that I have to say something about him. When I was transferred to this church here in Nyanya, almost about 6 or getting to 7 years plus now, when we came with my family, the first person or people we met on the ground was Mr. and Mrs. Hosea Ezekiel Sukkushe and some women fellowship who were busy waiting for us. And among the elders, he was the only one that I met on ground. And as if that was not enough, he removed his money, paid for our dinner, and the wife prepared it and they brought it to us. When we came with my family for the first time, this is somebody that I never knew before. So, but because Hosea Sukkushe is a person that has love, he lives his life by the practice of love. He is such a person that has no tribalism in him at all. Once you come across him, you will enjoy to live with him, to stay with him, because he is such a person of love. He is such a person of, he is very gentle, very humble. Whatever assignment you give to him, except he is busy, he will do everything. In fact, he will exceed even your expectation.
My name is Pusnam Yiri. I am an author, speaker, and trainer. Our company, Natural Trauma Center, under our trademark Culture Talks, is publishing the book written by Mr. Hosea Sukkushe. I have known Mr. Hosea Sukkushe for many years. My father served as one of his mentors, and I know that Mr. Hosea Sukkushe is a God-fearing person who is committed to his service to God, and he's also a visionary, a man of ideas, and someone who is committed to whatever he sets before him to do. He's an excellent resource person and a trainer, and he has a lot to offer.
I'm Mr. Godwin Omachi from Benue State, reside in Abuja here. I am an auto engineer, a neighbor, very close neighbor of Mr. Sukkushe, Hosea. I'm very sorry calling that name. I've never one day called him Hosea Sukkushe. I've never called him by his name because of the closeness, because of the relationship. We all address him as daddy in this house. We address him as daddy. He's our daddy. No matter what, outside, wherever, we address him as daddy. And he has been someone that I so much respect. I respect him so much. Not because he's giving me money, not because he's giving me things, but his personal life. I learned so much. I learned so much from him. I'm not his age mate. He's far older than me. But since the closeness of two of us, I learned so much that I cannot even start explaining now.
My name is Patience Hosea Sukkushe. I want to appreciate the Lord for bringing us together as husband and wife. And first and foremost, I will want to appreciate my late mom, because through what she did in my life, we were able to meet with this young man in the fellowship. Because she works with students, then every year there is a convention that comes up for students. So before I will come from my school, she would have already registered me. After 1 week at home or 2 weeks, then we proceed to FCS conference, and that's where we met with him. We were brothers and sisters, and through that, gradually it leads to where we are today. And I want to thank God for his life too. Since we agreed to come together as husband and wife, I have not regretted anything. Even though he was working in an organization where there is no much earned pay or pay, but we have not regretted coming together because we trusted God for everything in our lives. So I want to really thank God for his life. He's such a person that works with people, and if you give him work to do, he will do it with the whole of his heart, and forgetting that sometimes there are people at home, even because of the way he wants to accomplish what you have given him.
It is a great pleasure to come across Mr. Sukkushe, who happens to be my elder brother and at the same time a father. So he has been a very wonderful, mentor. All these years that we've been with him, he has been so supportive. Even in my studies, he has been so encouraging. In fact, since we lost our dad in 2004, he has actually bridged the gap and served as a father to all of us. So we are very grateful that he has stayed this far, and at least to witness his own retirement, age. So he has been so wonderful, even at a place of work. He has been doing great. A lot of people have truly missed him because of his fatherly advice, over these years. And now that he has retired, we wish him well in his future career, especially in his projects and even the company that he is running. We pray that God will continue to flourish him and excel in all ramifications.
You've been an amazing father, a loving dad, disciplinarian, strict one at that.
But let me tell you a little bit about him. He's a very gracious man. He's generous. He's godly. And I'm his first son and the second born of this family. And we are three. I have a kid brother and an elder sister. And he raised us beautifully. And so many things that we have enjoyed from him is through his works.
I've been working for the past 43 years. So I retired in 2002, September. I had vision, and the vision I had first is to become a farmer, and a big-time farmer. And then as an entrepreneur.
For me, if there is anybody that will write a book about retirement, then Hosea Sukkushe should be the one. Because he has taught people to prepare, he himself has prepared. So he is the guinea pig of his book. And therefore, whatever he writes in the book are things that he himself is doing and has done and is helping him now in retirement. So all I need to say is that Hosea Sukkushe, congratulations. And I believe that everybody, on the day you get a job or you start your entrepreneurship, that's the day you should start reading that book. So preparing for retirement is not when you begin to get to 55, 60. Then you say, I'll soon retire, let me prepare. No, you start preparation right from the day you start working. And that is Hosea Sukkushe and what he stands for. So once again, congratulations, Hosea.
We really are happy that he has come to this end of his work in terms of retirement, successful retirement, not being retired, not being sent out, but successfully retired. We're grateful for this. Along with Patience, they have indeed, she has earned her name, Patience. And they worked together from a humble beginning to where God in His grace has placed them.
I wish you God's blessings, His favor upon your life, good health. I pray that God will fulfill your heart desires even in this retirement, that places you have wanted to go and couldn't because of work, you'll be able to find time now to do, and your passion that you have always had, you'll be able to do it. Thank you for being such an amazing father. Thank you for putting us in the right direction.
And I rejoice with him for two reasons. One, for finishing well. It's not everybody that serves, whether in government or public, private sector, that ends well. So retiring at one's place of job is a great achievement. So I congratulate him for remaining focused despite the challenges he faced in life, which time will not allow me to enumerate, but he remained focused. And because of his forthrightness, he gained the confidence of our former president, General Dr. Yakubu Gowon, that he can send him on errands to anybody and be at home at peace also, because he knows that he will not disappoint him. And so, secondly, I congratulate him for attaining the golden age of 61. Now he is a senior citizen.
I'm really happy for him that he has just retired, and wishing him the best of life, and somebody that has really used his talent to put into work. It is time for him to rest and also do other things at his own leisure time. And I want to congratulate him also for the book that he is coming up with, which after retirement he was able to write a book, and that's another thing that I really want to appreciate his life.
In fact, commenting on the book he has just written, which we are launching, you will see a man full of faith. Hosea is a goal-getter. This is somebody who retired just in September, but has written a book on retirement. Those of us who retired many years ago cannot attempt to do that. So Hosea Sukkushe is a goal-getter. He's a dreamer. And when he dreams, like Joseph, he doesn't get deterred. He pursues it. So I want to wish him a blissful retirement life, full of success, And he's somebody who where you find him is where you meet the children of God. He has loved the Lord all his life. He has spent his life in the church. He's one you can call a church rat, and that has molded his life. Another good thing about Hosea is that he never forgets the friends he had before. That because he has made new friends, he abandons the likes of us. No, he still keeps his old friends while he makes new ones. As a family man, I was a friend to his wedding, during his wedding. And he and his wife are like a brother and sister.
As a book writing trainer and consultant, I have been, sharing my thoughts with Mr. Hosea Sukkushe about writing a book. I'm passionate about leaders living well, leading well and writing well. Many leaders have lived well, led well, but they did not document their stories and values in books. Because of that, right now, it is difficult for us to access their books and avoid their errors. So there are many leaders out there who are also repeating their circle of error. So when I shared, one day I visited Mr. Hosea Sukkushe at home, and we had a conversation, and I shared the need for him to write a book. I think that day was different. He had what people call the clicking moment. I think he understood the need, and he started writing. And today the book is ready, and I'm sure the book is going to help so many people out there. There are many people who have retired or they are planning to retire, but they are in confusion, frustration. They don't know what to do next. And because of that, life has been very, very challenging and difficult for them. I think after reading this book, they will be inspired, and they will find it the information very useful. They will maybe able to know what to do and how to have a flourishing retirement season. And hopefully they will also understand that retirement is not the end of productivity, but the starting point of work in a different form. So this book is timely, and I really congratulate Mr. Hosea Sukkushe, for this book. The process has not been easy. It has gone through several stages of what I call the book making process. But Mr. Hosea Sukkushe has followed the process patiently. Some of the authors that I have worked with, I have to say that some of them did not follow the process patiently like Mr. Sukkushe. And it is my prayer that this book is going to open a new door, not just in the literature world, but also in the training world. I hope it's going to enhance his capacity and the justification to do more. I also challenge the leaders out there who are living well, leading well, but they are not writing their values or lessons, to also pick up the challenge, live well, lead well, write well, so that when you eventually leave this world, you are going to leave undocumented, and subsequent generations will find your book or books useful in mentoring them.